Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of the daybreak. قل أعوذ برب الفلق. Chapter 113, verse 1. Falaq means to split, with the understanding that doing so will result in growth and flourishing. An egg's hard shell, for example, confines the chick. However, as soon as it's cracked and broken apart, the chick emerges to begin the next stage of its existence. This phenomenon is called falaq, the breaking of the confining layer that prevented the chick or any other being from setting out upon the next stage of its life. How is that within this egg, which at the outset had no life, produced a living chick through the action-reaction process, and when then feed on the white and yolk of the same egg? And how will this chick later on, and without any power of its own, manage to break out of the egg's hard shell? This power is called Rabbul Falaq. Rabb signifies the divine power that enables such a transformation. This phenomenon did not take place by itself, but through the agency of an external power. Now let's look at the world in the same way. When God says, cleaver of the down, chapter 6, verse 96. It means that just as the egg's shell covers the chick within, so does the night cover earth. However, this dark cover gradually splits into parts so that the light predominates. Thus, another day is born and the world experiences another birth. The Quran also says, truly, God is the cleaver of the grain and the fruit stone. Chapter 6, verse 95. A seed of wheat, when planted, will be transformed into a cluster that produces 700 seeds, and an almond or hazelnut seed will give birth to a huge almond or a hazelnut tree. It would be difficult to believe in such results if one did not actually witness the entire process. The Quran says that the active agent behind the production of life is the divine power, even though many people might attribute such changes to nature. On this planet, all of the movement associated with life and energy are produced by the effects of a specific force, power, will, and energy. Ali states, I swear to the one who splits the seed and blows the wind. Nasama. Nasim, wind or breath, is from the same root, which suggests that this particular oath is taken in the name of the one who created life and each person's soul, the one who eases all difficulties and with a breath of fresh air creates life, ease, comfort, liberty, and growth. This chapter is an elaboration upon this very point, for one of God's name is Falaq. An example, the one who splits. With respect to the creating and establishing, the meaning of Falaq also extends to a new plan or design. So when we finish reciting the Quran, we are armed with its knowledge, and if we were actually paying attention to what we were reciting, can begin to acquire a different outlook on life. Thus we seek refuge in God, for we know that only He can deliver us from Satan's evil yet alluring traps, all of which are designed to stand or even terminate our spiritual growth. Given that He is our Lord, we begin by stating, I seek refuge in the Lord of the daybreak. Verse 1. thereby acknowledging that there is a power above all other powers, one that controls and manages this world's affairs. This belief is an absolute power in whom people can take refuge, instills within everyone a high level of confidence and trust that in turn increases their internal capacity and to do good and overcome difficulties in life. The command, "Say I seek refuge in the Lord of Falaq," is the declaration of decisive intellectual and practical position against the superstitious people who took refuge in idols, priests, sorcerers, clerics, spells and magic, and lords of power and wealth against accidents, diseases and life's chaos. And if it was other than this, then what was the need to make the connection and supplication to the Creator public? Taking refuge in the name of the Lord instead of God also refers to the role of the guardian and manager and the effectiveness of the Creator. Now, from what we are seeking refuge? Apparently from 4 things, which are discussed in the next video, next verses. Peace.